Go through some of the sweet reprints and new cards. I'm BZ,
I'm Jason.
and let's get into it. All right. Get these out of here. Some nice spin down dice. The highlight cards, Mind Rack Demon from the Blessed deck, otherwise known as Flying Rhino. And then we have the Geist of St. Traft, or Goose of St. Traft. Let's open up these decks. We have a few sweet reprints in the decks. Gravecrawler from the Cursed deck. One of the new cards, Tooth Collector, aka Wanna See My Trades. Another Diagraph Captain reprint. Another one of the new cards, Compelling Deterrence. And then we just got basic lands, some tokens.
So from the Blessed deck, we got some new cards. We got Pour Over the Pages. That card's pretty good. We got Topplegeists.
Tapplegeist.
Oh, Topplegeist. And Eerie Interlude. The cool reprint from this one is... what is it called? Champion of the Parish. The card's really hard to find these days.
And you get a couple deck boxes. Nothing special. Rules card. That's about it. So he's going to go first. Let's get it started.
Let's get in here.
Thank you.
I'm going to keep this hand.
I'll keep as well.
So I'm going to start out with Plains and the new Topplegeist.
Tapplegeist. Well, this guy's kind of cool. So it has the new Delirium mechanic. Sometimes, so it's if you have 4 different card types in your graveyard, you either get a benefit or you like miss out on being punished for it. Some of them, like the Mind Rack Demon from the unboxing, you just, you know, instead of losing life, you just don't lose life. But some have a benefit, like tapping a creature.
Yeah, I like this card. Seems really good in Limited.
All right, let's do it. Play a Swamp. Diagraph Ghoul comes in tapped.
Oh, 1 minute 2/2. That's great.
Goblin Guide, go.
Draw. I'll play a Tranquil Cove. I'll gain a life.
21.
And play a Doom Traveler. And smush your face.
Send for 1. All right, 19.
Go.
All right, we're going to go ahead and send in with the Ghoul.
Yeah, I'll take 2.
All right, play an island. Let's play the old Screeching Scab. So put the top 2 in my mill 2, so I've got an island and a swamp in my yard, and then I'll pass them back.
Tap. I'm gonna draw. Gonna play an island. And a Elder Cathar. And get in with the Topplegeist.
All right, down to 18.
Go.
Play an island for the turn. Yeah, I think I'm gonna send in here. Little swing team here.
I'm gonna block his Diagraph Ghoul with my Elder Cathar.
Alright. Yeah, let's go to damage if you're ready.
Damage, we'll trade.
There.
And
We have
when
a
my
trigger.
Cathar dies, it'll put a counter on target creature, but if it's a human, it gets 2. So I'm gonna put my counters on my Doom Traveler.
Alright, and then 2 down to 17. I'm gonna pass to you.
Gonna untap, draw. Going to play another island. Going to cast my Choppelgeist. Then I'm gonna attack you with these two.
Sending in for 4. Puts me down to 14.
It's your turn.
Alright, during Jason's end step, I'm gonna Forbidden Alchemy, look at the top 4, and then put one of them in my hand and 3 of them into my graveyard. The rest of my graveyard. Alright, let's see what we got here. Put that in my hand, and then I'll put these in my graveyard. Works pretty good, turning on Delirium. Just 1 card type away.
It's a nice stack of cards in your graveyard there.
Alright, play an island. Alright, pretty bad spot here. Jason has a lot of flyers rolling. Can't really attack into his 2-3. I'm gonna cast a makeshift Mauler, an additional cost to exile a creature card from my graveyard, so we'll get rid of the Diregraph Ghoul.
That thing is huge.
And pass.
Untap. I'm gonna draw. I'm gonna play an island.
That's a Plains.
That is a Plains, you're right.
That's a Sun Mana.
I'm gonna cast a Gather the Townsfolk. I get 2 humans.
Townsfolk gathered.
And I'm gonna send in the air. 3.
3 in the air. Alright, down to 11.
I'm done.
The beats are coming. Alright. Alright. Let's first let's serve in with the Mauler.
I'm just gonna chump block with this human.
Alright.
Get under the bus.
Let's go post combat here. Now let's get scatty again. We're gonna mill 2.
Yep.
Got a Swamp and a Harvester of Souls. And then I'm going to cast Grave Crawler from my graveyard because I control a zombie.
Nice.
And I'm all done.
I'm gonna untap. Draw. Play Plains. On island.
Correct.
I'm gonna move to combat.
Yep.
Get in there. Like with these 2.
3 more damage.
Yep.
Down to 8 for me.
And we're done.
Alright. Alright. A bit of a tough spot here. Gravecrawler can't really do much against a 3/3. Well, we're gonna serve in with the Mauler here.
Yeah, let's see. Get under the bus again.
All right. Post combat, we're gonna cast a Scrapskin Drake, try to block some of these flyers,
Yep.
and then we're gonna pass off.
Untap. I'm gonna draw a card. Let's see. I'm going to play a Tower Geist. And when it enters, I get to look at the top 2 cards of my library and put one into my hand and the other into the graveyard. Let's see. I'm going to put this Mist Raven in my hand and this Sharpened Pitchfork in my graveyard.
You won't be missed.
Oh, I didn't have to reveal those. What a shame.
How close are you to delirium, Jason?
One more. Just an
Sorcery.
instant.
All right.
Let's see. There's no point attacking that Grabskin Drake, so let's pass the turn.
I'm just gonna hope this big idiot zombie can get into the red zone for me. What? That's a good draw. Let's cast. Oh, Captain, my Captain. So this guy makes all my zombies +1/+1. Whenever one of my dudes dies, I gain or drains a life from my opponent. So we're gonna. Jason has little flyers, so we're gonna send in with the ground guys because they can't block anyway, especially Gravecrawler. And I don't really care if things die now. We'll keep the Drake back to block, but I think we should attack with everything else. These are all 3 power now, and then the Mauler's at 5. So we're gonna send. We're gonna send.
Okay. So this attack sucks for me. I'm gonna try and trade with the makeshift Mauler. Block like that. And then 3, 6, 9 if I don't block them. I think that's not bad.
Yeah, Darkcraft Captain just seems like one of the best cards in the curse deck. It makes almost all your creatures better.
Yeah, that card's really good.
You got mostly zombies, a few demons, so he's just something you always want to see. All right, so Jason, that's your block.
Yeah.
All right, let's order blockers here. I think I'm gonna order the chapel guys first. I'm gonna get rid of the flying if I can. So I'll order first and then second.
Okay.
And no effects from me.
Gotcha. I'll take 9.
Yeah, 3, 6, 9 because they're getting buffed from the captain. 8 down to 8, and then so I'll do 3 damage here and 2 there. So 2 and 5. So he has 6 power. So he's still good.
He's 5 power or 6 toughness, right?
Yeah, because the captain again. So I'm all done after that. Makeshift Mauler MVP.
That card's insane.
It's basically Siege Rhino.
I'm gonna draw. I'm going to play a Mist Raven. I'm going to
Mist Raven of War.
let's see, what would be the best bounce target? Let's get this thing out of here.
Alright. Mauler down. He's coming back though, you better believe it.
And I have Delirium now. No, I don't have Delirium now. Dang it.
I'm also 1 away from Delirium. I have a creature, land, and instant in my graveyard.
Done. I'm gonna pass turn.
Alright. See if we can beat in here. Alright, play Swamp. Alright, what's the plan here? Jason still has a bunch of flyers. We're both at 8. I think I'm going to force them to make some trades here at the very least. So let's do that. Yeah, let's get in. We'll keep the captain back. I don't want him to die.
Okay, so I'm gonna make my blocks here. Going to block here, and block here.
Okay,
And before damage,
uh-oh.
I'm gonna cast Eerie Interlude.
So that's one of the new cards upcoming in Shadows of Innistrad. So you can exile any number of target creatures you control, return those cards to the battlefield under their owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. So he's gonna block.
These are all considered blocked, and these are exiled.
Alright, so Jason's just gonna take 3 from the one scob.
Yep, or 5.
He's at 5. And then post combat. Yeah, let's get the Mauler back out here. So I'm gonna exile Stitch Drake to cast it, and then hope I don't die next turn.
So on your end step, going to put Mistraven, then Topplegeist. So I'm going to use Topplegeist to lick the top 2, and put one in my hand and one in the graveyard. So I'm going to put this Plains in the graveyard, and I'm going to use Mistraven to bounce the makeshift Mauler.
This Mauler's getting mauled this game.
I'm going to draw.
That was pretty bad for me. I felt like I was winning, and then something eerie happened.
Stop that. So I'm going to go to combat here. If he doesn't block this Doom Traveler, he's going to lose. Do I want to go with all of them? Yeah, I'll attack with all my creatures.
Yeah, if I don't block anything, I'm just dead here, so looks like we're gonna block the Doom Traveler. That's all we can do, really.
Yep. We'll trade since your Digraph Captain has Death Touch.
Yep. I take 5 damage, go down to 3.
And I get a Spirit. So I'm going to cast a Griff Vanguard. When Griff Vanguard enters the battlefield, I get to draw a card.
Are super annoying. 3 of them.
I'm going to play a land
Yeah.
and pass the turn.
Alright.
Oh, wait. Upkeep. I get to tap something down. So I'll tap down this Scrap Scattering.
You have achieved Delirium.
I have a creature, land, instant, and artifact.
Alright.
It's clearly marked. I'm just gonna flip it. Yeah.
Well, it's looking pretty grim here. But, can't block the flying anyway, so might as well get in. Let's attack with our zombies here.
So I'm going to lock this Gravecrawler with my 1/1 Spirit, and that's it.
Alright, yeah. Go to damage, I guess.
Yep. So my Spirit dies, and I take 4.
Yep.
Go to 1.
Gravecrawler is dead. It's looking grim over here.
What you gonna do, BZ?
Weep relentlessly. Let's cast, let's do a Driver of the Dead. Use a Death Trigger, and then we'll cast, Gravecrawler and Weep sadly.
So I'm gonna tap. I'm gonna draw. And I'm gonna attempt to attack you for lethal in the air.
Yep, that'll do it. Alright, we're gonna jam another game here. I'll be on the play for this game. I'll keep.
Yep, me too.
Alright. Let's go aggro plan here. Gravecrawler, go.
Turn on Gravecrawler. That's not good. I'll play Plains and a Topplegeist.
Tapplegeist.
Tapplegeist, get in there, Tapplegeist. Go.
Alright, we're gonna swing in. Red zone.
No box.
Alright. We'll gain a life from dismal backwater, and then hand it off.
Draw. Going to play Island and a Doomed Traveler.
Uh-oh.
Get in there for 1.
Back down to 20.
Pass turn.
Alright. Let's play the captain.
Whoa.
And we're going to swing in with a 3-2. Thanks, Diagraph Captain.
Yeah, I'm going to take 3.
Alright, go ahead.
Draw. I'm going to play Island. And a... Let's see. Let's get a Moorland Inquisitor out there. It's a 2-mana 2/2, and I can pay 2 generic and a white to give it first strike until end of turn.
Alright.
Pass turn.
Alright, what's going on this turn? Yeah, let's, I don't know if I want the captain to die here, so I'm just gonna send in with Gravecrawler.
I'm going to double block.
Alright, let's order Tappelgeist first, and then Doom Traveler.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll do...
Both of mine are going to die, so is yours. I get a spirit, but I also lose a life when the zombie goes down.
dies, yeah. So you're gonna lose a life.
Go to 15.
Alright, let's recast Gravecrawler. And we'll cast Unbreathing Horde as well. Comes in with counters equal to zombies I have in my graveyard and I control. So I get 2.
Did you get 3?
Counts itself. And then I'm all done.
Untap. Draw. Let's get this Geist Aid Draft. This is the promo for the Blessed deck I'm playing. Pretty good art on that. I still like the original art better. And I'm done.
Alright, we'll play an island. Move to combat here. I'm gonna attack those 2 guys.
Let's see, I'm gonna block there, but I'm gonna take the 3 from the Gravecrawler. Hopefully, just 3.
Alright, so we're just gonna remove a counter because damage will be dealt. And then 3 damage from the Gravecrawler, getting buffed by the captain.
Going to 12.
Down to 12. And then we're gonna play Driver of the Dead. And then we're gonna pass.
Untap. Draw. Let's see. I'm going to cast a Cathedral Sanctifier.
Alright.
And enters, I gain 3, so I go to 15.
Alright.
Pass turn.
Alright. I think we should get aggressive here. He can't give first strike. And I don't think he wants to block with the Geist. So yeah, I'm gonna send in here, I think. We'll send. Keep the captain back. I like that he's buffing the team.
So I'm going to block like this. Attempt to trade with the Driver of the Dead. And block the Unbreathing Horde.
Alright. Well, I think we're gonna trade here. Damage prevented is a 1/1 from the buff.
Yeah.
and then 3 from Gravecrawler, correct?
Yeah, so I'll go back to 12 and this is Vampire. So Unbreathing Horde will live with no counters because he has Diagraph Captain, and it makes it a 1/1.
All right, let's roll the dice here. Let's cast this guy. The Mind Rack Demon, Flying Siege Rhino. So when he comes in, I have mill 4, and then we'll see if I get Delirium or not. All right, so we're gonna put the top 4 in the graveyard. All right, that's no good. Don't have Delirium yet, but I do have a 4/5 Flying Trample out. So we'll see how that goes, and I'm all done after that.
I'm gonna draw. Going to play a Thraben Heretic. I can tap it to exile a card from a graveyard, or a creature card, to be specific. Can't really attack right now, so I'm just gonna pass the turn.
All right. So I have an upkeep trigger from the demon. I have creature, sorcery island, so it looks like I'm losing 4 life down to 16. Now I'm gonna draw. Play an island. Yeah, I think it's time to attack here. Still got the captain buffing my guys. We'll attack like that.
So I'm gonna chump with my Heretic, your Gravecrawler,
Alright, so they'll trade
and I'll take 4.
and then trigger on death from the captain.
So I'll take 5. Going to 7.
Post combat. Just gonna recast the. Yeah, I think I should go for the throat here actually. Pay 5 for a Relentless Scab, so I need to exile a creature card to cast it, and then play Gravecrawler from the graveyard because I have a zombie, and then pass off.
Not looking good for me. Let's see. Don't see any way to come out of this, so I'm just going to concede.
Alright, so we're just going to talk a bit about the decks, how they went. I was playing the Curse deck, Jason was playing the Blessed deck. We're just going to go through some of the cards, see how we felt about them, and just kind of talk about the deck. So Mind Rack Demon is really sweet. I really like that card. It's a bit risky. I think this deck, you have to work a little bit to turn on the Delirium, for sure. But once you get it going, it's pretty nuts. And having a 4/5 Flying Trample on turn 4 is very good. Yeah, speaking of Delirium, Tooth Collector, if you can get that repeatable effect, it's really sweet. Just like shrinking something every turn is really good. Especially when you do every turn, it makes combat really hard for your opponent to kind of fight through that. This is another one of the new cards. There's not a ton of instants in the Curse deck, so this is one of your few ways to turn on Delirium with an instant. Sometimes it could be a 2-for-1. You have a ton of zombies, so you should be able to get the discard trigger in your deck. All in all, it's a fine card. And then this is a reprint. It's not new, but there's 2 of them, 2 Diagraph Captains in the deck, and they were like, just felt like the engine of the deck. It was really powerful, made your entire board and your deck better because a high percentage of your creatures are all zombies, and the death trigger really matters in the matches. So
that card makes combat really irritating.
Yeah, so I think it's probably one of the best cards in the deck. All in all, I think it's a good deck. I think they're fairly well balanced. There's not really a catch-up mechanic in the Curse deck once you get behind. But other than that, it seems pretty fairly balanced. What do you think?
Yeah. Once your deck starts pumping out the creatures, there's only a couple ways for my deck to stop it. So looking at my deck, once I got this combo going, the Slayer of the Wicked and the Nephalia Smuggler, flickering the Slayer every turn was really good. There was no real way for him to stop it. Let's see. Eerie Interlude. It made my blocks better. Made it so that I didn't have to tread my creatures for his zombies. One card I was really dissatisfied in the deck was Geist of St. Traft. In a deck where nearly every single one of his cards is a 2/2 or 2/1, it's not really going to get into the red zone much. Gather the Townsfolk is really the only way for me to come back when I am below 5 life. 5 dudes for 2 mana is really good. I didn't get to see Pour Over the Pages. It looks good in theory. I think it would be better if it was instant, though. Champion of the Parish was a good card in my deck. On turn 1, it just grows into a massive creature. And Topplegeist, it was okay. There's not many ways to trigger Delirium in this deck besides just casting stuff and letting it die. All in all, I like the Blessed deck. It was good.
I think if anyone bought the Zendikar versus Eldrazi, I think these decks are much more balanced. The Eldrazi was much more powerful than the Zendikari in the last dual deck. I think these decks are way more balanced. There's some really cool interactions that we even got to see between the decks. And I don't know, they're pretty fun. I like this. I'd recommend it.
I definitely know.
They're both cool decks.